Good morning.
Good morning. Do you have a voice today?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yep. How'd you sleep last night?
I didn't.
No?
Nope. But I slept really well the night before.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
it's very rare that I sleep well 2 nights in a row.
Really?
Yes.
Alright, gotcha. Good morning.
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 But I felt great afterwards.
Good.
Really enjoyed the music.
Good.
I was listening to the Gayatri mantra on my way in this morning.
Oh. Which one?
Java.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually saw a yoga therapist, I guess it was in 2019, 20, and stopped during the pandemic. But that was something she recommended I listen to every morning while I was walking.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I thought that was kind of a fun connection when we started seeing it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I had difficulty with the website this morning.
Okay.
I haven't. It's been great compared to
The one across the hall. Yeah.
but this morning it really.
So I think what happened, because I got an email from them this morning, is they changed, of course they have like 4 plans, right? So they changed, it's different, even though it's the same company, different from what I signed up for over there a long time ago to here. So the plan that I'm on now, which I thought was the same as over there,
Of course.
this one doesn't actually allow memberships. So I'm trying not to like get all worked up about it because I have to find the time to go through everything. I mean, luckily there's 50 people that have signed up over here, so it's not like the however many hundreds over there, but yeah, it's work. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Just show up,
Okay.
and I will over the course of the next month, I will work it all out.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
But
As long as it's not an issue.
it's not an issue right now. So I'll let you know if I need you to do anything or whatever.
All right.
Yeah. So I just discovered that this morning. I was like, oh, weird that only, of course, their highest plan allows you to have memberships.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I know.
Of course.
So I might explore something else. It's like, I don't know. It's so crazy how, well, you know, like the cost of everything has
Yeah.
gone up so much. Even this, like when I first started, MindBody was like the big platform,
Yeah.
but they've always been through the roof.
Yeah.
Like for a place like this, it's like $500 a month
Wow.
to have that. And I was always like, I'm not doing this. Gotta be another way to literally have people sign up
Right.
for a class, you know what I mean? So then I found Punch Pass, and they were a new company, and that was probably 7 years ago, so now they're not so new, and they have a lot of clients, so of course everything increases. So now I'm like, I'm just determined to never be that, you know, have those like it's just a simple thing that has to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people need to be able to sign up for a membership and then
Sign up for classes, right?
and not get the you can't get the message that you don't have the
I know. Good morning.
you don't have the membership or
Yes.
I was able to sign up last night.
I saw you two signed up, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll check it out. Like I said, it's gonna take me. By the time I go through everything, it'll probably be about a month. So yeah.
Well, it was just funny because I had problems on that side to begin with, and this side was like I signed up once, everything worked and remembered, and like signing back in or signing up for classes was a piece of cake.
Yeah.
It was a click done.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is so much easier and it's so much better. And I told Rebecca, and today was just the first day that it was like.
Because probably your membership expired, right? Even though it's not supposed to. But like I said, my discovery today is that they're all expiring, and I'm just like,
Yeah, because that's what happened to me last month.
It is, yeah.
Whatever day I signed up, you know, I was like, oh, you're only good till the 15th, so mine should be happening probably this weekend. And it wouldn't
let me know, actually.
I will, because I signed up a second time.
Yes.
So I will see if that happens again.
Yeah.
But so I get all these messages that
It's
I
probably
had
not
to
gonna.
pay.
Yeah, it's probably not
It's like,
gonna
wait a
work.
minute.
Even though it says membership, it's like I said. I read that this morning, and I was like, okay, cool. I guess I didn't realize it was different, but it is. It is. All right, and that is on. Okay, good. Let me move this out of my way. I didn't finish moving this stuff around.
How was last night?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
It was. It's very nice.
You went?
Yeah.
Good. Good. And I was at work, and I was like, checked the time at one point, and I was just like, I know what's happening right now. I'm like, I just took a breath, and I'm like,
All right. June 29th is another one, and July 14th, and August 18th. So we have some planned. Not here. Those three are not at Joy. They're in other. Two of them are in people's backyards, so I think that will be kind of neat. And then the other one is up in Thornton, which will be really awesome. So, it went good. Joanne poor thing, lost her voice like the day before yesterday.
oh.
And then we practiced yesterday morning, and she was like doing pretty good, but then she came in last night, and she still did well though.
She really did, but she did. All of a sudden her voice would just go.
It just
Yeah.
went.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of me singing, which is fun. Usually we split it up, you
Yeah.
know, a little bit. And I was happy that my voice held out, because sometimes it doesn't. It gives at some point. But I'm learning how to not just use it full throttle the whole entire time, which that's what I'd been doing. And then I'm like, all right, I gotta pull back. When Josh gets home, probably every other time we'll use microphones, and that's like the best thing ever, because you don't have to project it so much. Yeah. But he is the only one that knows how to do all that stuff. So I could learn, but I'm like, I don't really want that in my brain. I have enough in my brain.
Sometimes it's nice to have those things that you just don't want to do. It's like, I don't want to. I do that with my mother. I feel bad, but I really won't deal with her electronic stuff. I make one rather silly.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have an Apple and you have a Samsung. No, I don't know how that works. I'm really sorry. Call your son whose phone plan you're on and have him walk you through it.
Well, there you go. That's it.
Setting up an iPad. It's like, call one of the grandkids. They know how to do this stuff. I don't.
And you don't want to learn.
No.
I know. Sometimes. So I'm going to read from Blooming of a Lotus. Yes, I'm like, I have it in my little meditation basket. I always carry it back and forth. I almost forgot it today. But I've been enjoying these little quotes from this book, Let Meditation Be Thy Medicine, by Dr. Nitta Chenatsang. He's one of my new favorite teachers of Tibetan Buddhism. He's really, he's been doing it for a long time, but he's really putting himself out there with the teachings lately. And writing, it seems like book after book, which just like blows my mind. So this is probably the third one this year, I think, that he wrote, or maybe he's just publishing them like all together. I don't know, but he's a really good teacher, and he has a quote in the beginning of each chapter. So I'm going to read through some of these quotes, and then we'll get into the meditation and do our thing. So if you want to just close your eyes, or if anyone has anything they want to share before we get started, just to settle. I know sometimes if there's anything like on the top of your mind, it's hard to settle. So feel free to yell it out. So as you close your eyes or whatever you decide to do, maybe you have a gentle gaze toward the floor or somewhere else. Just check in with your body, stretch out a little bit if you need to, get comfortable. Take a few deep breaths. There's a little bell to help us. Drop into the body. Sometimes that little bit of sound can bring us really into the present. We'll take a few minutes to connect with the breath and scan the body nice and slow from head to toe, which then allows us to find posture a little longer and stronger. Finding that these practices, whether meditation or yoga asana or kirtan, they really just kind of loosen things up. I know I said it last night in kirtan, Kathy, a couple times, but it's just feel like they really help to loosen us up. Loosen up whatever it is. Loosen the emotions, loosen the tension in the body, loosen the identification, those strong attachments to things. We could just kind of chill out and find even a little humor in the things that plague us. No matter what they are, remember it's the dark comedy of life. But that's really what it is. And the more that you practice, I find for myself, the more that I practice, when I see someone that's brand new to it, like you can really see kind of the clinging still happening. And it's a funny thing, because after kirtan or meditation, you feel so lighthearted. And especially when you've been doing it for a while, and then you might be having a conversation with someone that maybe it's their first time, and they're not in that lighthearted place. It's a funny thing, because life seems so serious after you practice for a while. It's nice. So some of the quotes here before we get into the guided meditation, you can just let them fall wherever they fall. I feel like we've all heard this one that he put in here. He's a doctor, so he put in Hippocrates, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Meditation is a dialogue with ourselves. These practices do not add anything. They reveal what is already there. I love that. don't want to accumulate more stuff, right? Remember your basic humanness. You do not ignore your body on the tantric path. Tantra just being a series of practices, right? So when we do our meditation and we do our breath work, that's a form of tantric practice. The purification process. Be flexible and humble. That one, I would create a room in your heart for that one. Be flexible and humble. Very important qualities. Altruism, right, which is a pure form of compassion. Compassion in action is the most powerful obstacle eliminator. That is achieved by focusing on the breath, bringing the mind to one point, which we'll begin to do shortly. For now, let's focus on the breath again, breathing in and out through the nose. You're always welcome to imagine, starting at this point, a Buddha above your head or any spiritual friend. Whatever that means to you, something that represents, I mean, it really does represent your higher self, your inner wisdom, the guru within. And when we imagine that spiritual friend over our head, it forms a sphere, a mandala around us. So when we practice, it's like we're entering into this mandala, this experience that we create or that gets created through meditation for us to do this work, to loosen up. And then at the end, we dissolve that into our heart. So we dissolve the energy that gets generated from the practice within ourselves to carry that wisdom on and on. If all of that seems complicated, just breathe. Let's focus on the inhale and the exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Always at your own pace. to show you what wants attention. And all you have to do is just breathe into what's calling for attention. If naming it feels natural, then name it. There's no reason to push anything away. Your breath is the strongest foundation, not the things that call for your attention. So we enact courage when we bring attention to what calls us and breathe into it. Remember that it's all okay, no matter what it is. That's kind of remembering our humanness. Ease of breath. Strengthen your posture. So the meditation that we will do today helps us be in touch with all the feelings that arise in our minds. The feelings are either pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. We learn to recognize, acknowledge, and welcome each one, and after that to look into its impermanence. A feeling or an emotion arises, persists, and then disappears. Mindfulness enables us to be calm throughout the appearance and disappearance of feelings. Buddha taught us not to be attached to feelings, but also not to push them away. To acknowledge feelings with an even mind is the very best way. While we are acknowledging them in mindfulness, slowly, we come to a deep realization of their nature. It is that insight which will enable us to be free and at ease as we face each feeling. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. aware of my body. I breathe in, smiling to my body. I breathe out, experiencing the pain in my body. I breathe in, smiling to the pain in my body. I breathe out, recognizing that this is a physical pain. I breathe in, knowing that this is no more than a physical pain. I breathe out, aware of my body. I breathe in, smiling to my body. I breathe out, experiencing the pain in my body. I breathe in, smiling to the pain in my body. I breathe out, recognizing that this is a physical pain. I breathe in, knowing that this is no more than a physical pain. I breathe out, aware of the contents of my mind. I breathe in, smiling to the contents of my mind. I breathe out, aware of the contents of my mind. I breathe in, smiling to the contents of my mind. I breathe out, experiencing the pain in my mind. I breathe in, smiling to the pain in my mind. I breathe out, aware of the contents of my mind. I breathe in, smiling to the contents of my mind. I breathe out, experiencing the pain in my mind. I breathe in, smiling to the pain in my mind. I breathe out, aware of the contents of my mind. I breathe in, smiling to the contents of my mind. I breathe out, experiencing the pain of fear in me. I breathe in, smiling to the pain of fear in me. I breathe out, experiencing the pain of fear in me. I breathe in, smiling to the pain of fear in me. I breathe out, aware of my body. I breathe in, smiling to my body. I breathe out, aware of the contents of my mind. I breathe in, smiling to the contents of my mind. I breathe out, experiencing the feeling of insecurity in me. I breathe in, smiling to the feeling of insecurity. I breathe out, aware of my body. I breathe in, Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Experiencing the feeling of sadness in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of sadness in me, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of anger in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of anger in me, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of jealousy in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of jealousy in me, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of attachment in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of attachment in me, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of joy in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of joy in me, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the joy of liberty in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the joy of liberty in me, I I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the joy of release in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the joy of release in me, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the joy of abandoning in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the joy of abandoning in me, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Smiling to my body, I breathe out. Aware of the contents of my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the contents of my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me, I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me, I breathe out. Experiencing the pain in my body, I breathe in. Smiling to the pain in my body, I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me, I breathe out. Experiencing the pain in my mind, I breathe in. Smiling to the pain in my mind, I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me, I breathe out. Experiencing the pain of fear in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the pain of fear in me, I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me, I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of insecurity in me, I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of insecurity in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of sadness in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of sadness in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of anger in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of anger in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of jealousy in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of jealousy in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of attachment in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of attachment in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the feeling of joy in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the feeling of joy in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the joy of liberty in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the joy of liberty in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the joy of release in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the joy of release in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the joy of abandoning in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the joy of abandoning in me. I breathe out. Experiencing the neutral feeling in me. I breathe in. Smiling to the neutral feeling in me. I breathe out. Aware of my body. I breathe in. Smiling to my body. I breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Aware of body. Smiling. Experiencing physical pain. Smiling. Recognizing pain as physical. Only physical pain. Aware of mind. Smiling. Experiencing mind's pain. Smiling. Experiencing fear. Smiling. Experiencing insecurity. Smiling. Experiencing sadness. Smiling. Experiencing anger. Smiling. Experiencing jealousy. Smiling. Experiencing attachment. Smiling. Experiencing joy. Smiling. Joy of liberty. Smiling. Joy of release. Smiling. Joy of abandoning. Smiling. Neutral feeling. Smiling. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing yourself to just be in the space. So in one way, tying this together a little, it organically came together. This is something I found this morning, again by Dr. Nidda. Karma is universal justice. Nobody can run away from cause and effect. But here is the big point about karma. The primary cause of all your problems is your response to life. Even when it seems like the cause of your problems is something external, the real issue is how you respond to these external factors. On the spiritual path, it is imperative to examine how we are causing our own problems. We like to blame others for our problems. The real problem is that we don't know how to manage our minds. So through the practice that we just did, that is that, right? Managing the mind by awareness, bringing it all in, breathing, allowing eventually that neutral place where you can experience everything without it impacting you so much, reducing that karmic effect. Moving into our purification breath, if you want to assume your Vajra posture, thumb to the base of ring finger, folding other four fingers over, tucking fists up at the crease of the legs, sitting up nice and tall, and pressing into that crease so you feel your spine might even pop a little bit as you sit up nice and tall, chin tilts down slightly. If you've already set up your mandala with your spiritual friend, then you're good. You can just bring that back in and become aware of the light in your body, the clear light. Some call it emptiness. Place of infinite possibilities, where nothing is defined. True nature. It's here that we're able to, after loosening all these things throughout our meditation practice, we gather attachment and aversion and ignorance and anger, delusion, little bits of it that we can release through today's practice, right? We do this over and over again, probably for the rest of our lives, because of our humanness. Right side, we can imagine red smoke. Left side, we can imagine white smoke. Central channel, we can imagine blue smoke on the exhale, and then eventually it turns into that rainbow light. So when you're ready, we use our index fingers, gently blocking left nostril first. Inhale through the right side. Bring it down, forefinger widths below the navel. Let it rise up the left side. Blocking right, exhale left. Inhale left. Let it rise up the right. Blocking left, exhale right. Both nostrils, inhale. The side channels to that point below the navel, we let it rise up the central channel. Exhale. And block left, inhale right. Let it rise up the left side, blocking right, exhale left. Inhale left. Let it rise up the right, blocking left, exhale right. Inhale through both sides. Let it rise, exhale. Good, block left, inhale. Let it rise up. Good. Block right. Exhale. Inhale left. It rises up the right. Good. Block left. Exhale right. Both sides. Inhale. Let it rise up the central channel. Exhale. Come back to your posture. A moment of meditation before you do your vase breath. Remember vase breath. Like there's a base between the pelvic floor and the navel with the top pointing up toward the navel. When we inhale, we're just filling below the navel. We exhale, shooting the arrow. So about 30%, because we're charging the batteries by holding some of the pure energy in the base. So 5 to 7 at your own pace. Holding the breath after the inhale for as long as you can comfortably. Another minute holding the posture when you're done. Really lengthening up. Allowing yourself to rest in that balance and harmony within. Dissolving the image above your head into your heart. Practice. Hands come together lightly so there's space. Be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. You can repeat it. May all beings be free from, you got it, Kathy, suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings know joy and the causes of joy. May all beings know joy and the causes of joy. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings know joy and the causes of joy. May all beings know joy and the causes of joy. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings know joy and the causes of joy. May all beings know joy and the causes of joy. the teachers before us that have brought us these wonderful teachings and continuing on our journey of enlightening our body, speech, heart, mind, soul. And when we bow today, we're bowing to honor the teachers, surrendering the outcome, whatever form of bow you feel guided to take, feel free. And gratitude for one another for showing up this morning and allowing this practice to happen because of your presence. Namaste. That was one of those days where it amazes me how it all tied together because I don't ever really know what meditation I'm going to read. And I was like flipping through and I'm seeing some very heavy ones about like viewing our dead bodies. And I'm like, well, I should probably talk about that before I get into that kind of meditation. And then I came to the one that I came to, which totally tied into what I talked about before and the quote that I took a screenshot of this morning, so it was good. A little challenging though. I always feel like because the kind of misconception that meditation is supposed to, it does make you feel happy, right? But sometimes when I'm reading that and it's like experiencing pain in the body, I'm always like, oh, I wonder what's happening within everyone if it makes you feel like, why am I here? Experiencing sadness and anger and jealousy, and I mean those are things that we experience every single day though, right? Yeah. And then to bring in the neutrality, that's the equanimity of mindfulness that I love, that it's like, oh yeah, that's the loosening things up. And just like Ram Dass, what he always said was, whatever it is, right? Like, like it just is. It doesn't have to be, this is the practice obviously, a strong reaction to, not saying there's not going to be the feelings, but it's a strong reaction that we have to the feelings that we work with, right? So that way we don't swing so far on the pendulum of life and chase only the good feelings, right? Because he's even saying, even with the joy, neutrality. Like you're still experiencing it, but also not attaching to only wanting to experience that. Not required, just asking.
Well, I was reading the 7 spiritual laws and I happened to reread the law of karma yesterday. So
Oh,
this
all
kind
right.
of fell right into that in terms of
Yeah.
the quotes and things. And I shared the book with somebody at work who's on his own journey.
Oh, good. That's a good book to give out, really. I feel like it's gentle enough that the 7 Spiritual Laws of Yoga by Deepak Chopra. If you don't have it, it's very small, but it's nice.
Carry it around.
Yeah, it's a good book to carry
Teresa,
around.
in case I get bored.
Yeah. Even if you just read like one of the laws, this is one for each day, it just kind of sets you on the right mindset for the day. And there's a little mantra that goes with it. So, yeah. karma. That's another thing, the way that we define it sort of in our culture is pretty way off.
Yes, and that's what he said. He said, I never thought about it like that before, but he's been doing reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always, in the Western world, it's karma will get you.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that you have an impact on
Right.
how that affects you.
It's our reaction to our experiences that causes the karma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that is karma, doesn't even cause it. That is, like, life is going to happen no matter what, the hard things, you know, the good things, and then the recognition that we have a choice only through these practices, you know. So it's hard to have that mind, you know. And I know the three of you have been practicing long enough that you can see that you have a choice. Doesn't always work out.
Yeah, there's that. But
That's all right.
it's there.
Well, look, you show back up here. I mean,
Yeah.
some people go on for months and months with that one thing, but it's like, I find the sooner I can come back to my practices, and I'm like, all right, that's a little progress, you know? Sometimes it is weeks, and then you're like, oh, what am I doing? You know, I have a choice. So see how it goes today. Next week I am gone Monday and Wednesday. I'm going to California with my son. Our postponed trip is finally here. It was supposed to happen in March, and I don't remember why we even postponed it, but oh yeah, Josh got sick. That's right. Him and Julia had norovirus. Like, yeah, they were so sick. But everything was closed in March because we're going to Sequoia. So it's really a blessing because now it's like everything's open, everything's in bloom. It's going to be neat to go on it's my first solo trip. That was my goal this year with my older kids, is to travel with them individually. So me and Lucy went to Florida for her February vacation for a few days, short trips, but you know. And then Mikey, he wanted to go there, so he'll be in here eventually. He's my little Buddha child. He's coming to the retreat in September. He is, yeah. So when he said Sequoia, I was like, all right, let's make that one happen. Plane tickets are cheap in the winter. It's the time to go, you know, to do anything. So anyway, my intention is to, like I did for Monday's practice, send out some kind of, whether it's a meditation or just a little talk about something, maybe even from there. That would be really neat. So just look in your emails for that, and then if all goes well, I'll be back Friday morning. I might be a little bit tired, but it's all good. I know I always feel better when I'm here, so yeah. So have a good time until then. I'll be here Friday, this Friday. I keep thinking today is Friday. Today's Wednesday. I'll be here Friday. Josh has been away, so it just totally like messes with me. He's been away since last Tuesday, but he comes home tomorrow. Yay. I don't know how I did it for 13 years as a military wife.
I was thinking that when you were talking about it last night.